When you need to pay multiple vendors and invoices in larger volumes, Spire has a batch payment process to generate a list of invoices and pay them all at once, using electronic fund transfers or printed checks. In the Accounts Payable module, a batch procedure can be started that pays more than one vendor at a time. There are two different ways to choose the invoices to pay. One way is to click the Batch toolbar button and view the batch list to add a new batch and then generate a list of invoices to pay. The other way is to highlight the vendors that you want to pay, then click the Batch toolbar button and Create Batch to load all invoices for those vendors. Whichever method you choose, an AP batch window will appear with a list of invoices available to pay, with those overdue displayed in red font. You can further restrict this list by adding a due by date to pay invoices due only earlier than this, or payment terms value to only pay invoices that have these terms assigned. Click the Load Payables button to refresh the payment list. If a batch was created from a vendor selection, Load Payables only loads invoices for these vendors. The batch date will be used for all payments and general ledger transactions, along with the payment bank GL account. You can choose to create payments by printed check, which starts from the next check number of the selected payment account, though you can change the first check number. Or you can pay vendors by electronic fund transfers, which will only generate a list of invoices from vendors that have been set up with banking information, and thus allow EFT. You can pay a specific invoice by clicking the Pay checkbox to the left, which will set the pay amount equal to the balance. Or click the Select All Due button to set full payment for all invoices overdue, or the checkbox in the Pay column title to set full payment to all invoices, even if not yet due. You can still edit any invoices to remove payment or change the pay amount to be less than the full balance. For invoices paid, if you want to apply the early payment discount, use the Discount button to do so for either all invoices or just those where the discount hasn't expired, or remove all discounts. If you need to investigate something before deciding to pay an invoice, you can open the vendor to see the vendor record and statistics or transactions. View the source invoice if it originated in purchase orders, and view the transaction for the general ledger entry of the posted invoice. When the payment selection and amounts are complete, you can post the payments now, or save the batch to post later, perhaps for authorization, or reports to print, or determine if other changes are needed. When you use the Batch button to view the batch list, you will see a list of payment batches that have either been posted and closed, or are still open and available to be edited and changes made prior to posting and printing. When open payment batches exist, any invoices paid within are internally marked so that they cannot have a duplicate payment assigned, so that when another new batch is created, perhaps to print checks for remaining vendors that don't use EFT, generating the payment list will not include those invoices. Another possible reason for having multiple open payment batches is if a different bank account for a different currency is to be used to pay vendors of that currency. When creating a batch for printed checks, the process of loading invoices, choosing which ones to pay, determining payment amounts, and saving or posting is the same as for EFT batches. When you are ready to post an open batch, you must be editing the batch in order to see the Post button. After confirming that you want to continue, an EFT settings screen will appear. If the payment account on the batch is the EFT clearing account, then this screen will have the ledger bank account defined in Special Accounts, and its associated EFT configuration. Either can be changed if you have other bank accounts or EFT configurations set up. If the bank account was changed to go directly to a bank account, this EFT settings screen will not let you edit the GL account, but an alternate EFT settings configuration could be chosen. Posting an EFT batch creates a file in the format configured in Company Settings for uploading to your bank. This is followed by the report screen that allows you to either print or email remittance forms to give vendors a record of which invoices have been paid electronically. Vendor invoices are matched to the payments and balance is updated. A general ledger transaction is created for each payment, rather than a consolidated transactions for all payments. A prompt for completing the accounting transactions appears, transferring the payment amount from the EFT clearing account to the bank account. A similar process is followed when editing an open batch of checks to print and post. Transactions will be created by posting, and instead of generating an electronic file, you will get the report screen to print the checks, and require confirming a successful print job before posting can complete. If more invoices are being paid than what fits on a single check advice form, you will be prompted to run an additional print job for creating a remittance attachment. When editing a posted batch, you can void a payment if user security allows, to make a correction to what was posted and restore all the paid invoices from that vendor payment to the previous outstanding balances. The general ledger transaction for the payment is also reversed. If you would like more information about Spire Accounting, access the link in the description below to our homepage. Read the online manual help for additional assistance. Watch more videos from this playlist, and subscribe to the Spire YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.